Welcome back to Rinoa Reviews, and welcome to day 5 of Mortal Kombat! Dun 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 dun. Wait, stop. Did WB just bring the meme of Ultra Shaggy to reality? A question is raised. Is the meme still a meme? If an official release brings life to it, does the meme continue? Or does the cruel reality we know as corporations pull the immaterial and make it tangible? There's shoutouts to fan ideas. This is blatant. This is X-Men 3 with the My Way Entertainment, Vinnie Jones Juggernaut chasing Ellen Page's Shoutcat saying, "Don't you know who I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!" Days after scripting that new WB Smash Lake has him as a character too, Green Kiora and all. And I think the tale of it is Shaggy finds something like he shouldn't have, and it just gives him power. Probably a review of sorts for another day. Anyway, this is probably the most recent review of mine year-wise. Scorpion's Revenge was so good, I had to do the sequel. I'm hoping for a little less X-ray attacks and what looks like a slightly shorter runtime for this movie. This is Mortal Kombat Legends, Battle of the Realms. I think this is supposed to mirror the invasion of Outworld that sets more of Mortal Kombat 2's plot into motion. I gotta be real, this dude with a pocket knife getting 3-on-1'd by Tarkatans, he might stand a chance 1-on-1. They off him, they off the woman he was with, but Raiden arrives to save the baby at least. Mom's dying words reveal the baby is Liu Kang. Flashback. She says, "Tell him he was loved, bit." So yeah, I guess he's main protag in this. A literal sea of dead Tarkatans out of that flashback is what separates the living ones in an attack on what I assume is the White Lotus Society. I get a look at their insignia while that Mad Hatter Kung Lao appears to start our Outworldian body count. Before he's about to get snatched up by a larger beastie, a helicopter rams into it. Out comes dual gun wielding Curtis Stryker and Metal Arms Jax. Machine gun Metal Arms to be exact. He's decked out like Barrett Wallace duel style. And now Jax is the one doing the lack of explaining, short on time, as Curtis is the straggler. Did I just shoot something with wings? What's going on here? One Tarkatan dressed in a suit of armor like a mini Shao Kahn retreats to tell Kitana who's leading the invasion. She's got Kintaro, Fake Khan Reiko attack from the front as Jade and Baraka flank the sides. Okay, so Johnny dropped a no-name Tarkatan in the last movie after all then. Don't know if I feel worse for Cage barely surviving or for said Tarkatan to do himself in. Speaking of Cage, he arrives to negotiate that they surrender. I thought this was Cage's chance to maybe put together another tournament for stalling, but no, he just stalls for his girl to rifle down some Tarkatans, all Go-Go 13 style, that type of X-ray. I'm like, okay, if you're bringing it back, at least you're changing up the style of it. That was my gripe from the last review. Make it different, make it unique. Raiden and Liu arrive on the scene as well, Liu casting more doubt for Kitana as to why she's still working for evil. Green Flame touches down. Don't tell me he's in this movie. No, it's just Shao Kahn, we're okay. Liu's ready to wrap things up already, but gets owned. Liu gets told pretty much to stand down by Raiden. Shao Kahn tells Raiden, while he could crush them with his army now, he doesn't want any more bloodshed here. Decides to ask Raiden to go to the Elder Gods and petition another tournament. He calls it the final Mortal Kombat. Raiden accepts, telling his party that this war we're having now could continue, or we take this one and final tournament and put an end to it once and for all. A contest rather than a drawn-out war. No telling how many more of Outworld denizens Khan could rally up and attack from probably anywhere on Earth he wants. Oh hey, Scorpion is in this movie, having a nightmare about the tragedy that befell his clan and awakens to Netherrealm and Shinnok. He bids welcome to Scorpion, saying, "Your soul is bound to Netherrealm and has something I need of it." The key that he got from the last movie is now somehow bound within Scorpion. A human-shaped Kamidogu. Didn't think you'd see that one, eh, Shujinko? I did not. Will I ever be a playable character again? No, you won't. You take your crown for the best of PS2 trilogy and move on. And that's the game with zombie Liu Kang. We were both wrong about Bo Raicho for 10. Yes, we were, protagonist. Yes, we were. Anyways, with no classic Sub-Zero, Shinnok tells Scorpion to go to the Temple of Elements to open the gates and bring what Shinnok wants inside. Scorpion escapes through Shinnok's own portal as the latter tells his demons, find him. Demons tell him he's escaped from us before. Shinnok tells them, then find someone who can track him down. Soon you will be free. Shinnok of all beings working for a higher power? Oh, it can't be. Back on Earthrealm, Kuai Liang does battle with Smoke. We're rebuilding. Smoke tells him, you deserve to be the new Sub-Zero. Kuai says, not yet. But with attacks from Outworld, they'll be needed. Especially with Sector and Cyrax not here, as Smoke says, like I said, rebuilding. Grandmaster tasks Kuai and Smoke to go after Scorpion. Kuai vows to kill him. Grandmaster says he wants him alive. Grandmaster already revealing that, yep, Cyrax and Sector are robots. So Smoke makes a literal smoke bomb as they refuse the order to become robots themselves. The tech the Cyrax and Sector have spots them in the smoke anyways. Kuai tries to help out, freezing some of Cyrax's missiles in flight, but they're timed to explode anyway, so Kuai gets blasted away as a result, leaving Smoke to get cyberized as he tells Kuai to run for it, as the rubble from the missile explosion barricades Kuai away. Shao and Raiden have made it to the Elder Gods to get their final tournament petition on. Raiden adds he will sacrifice his godhood to participate in the tournament. This too is granted. Shao thinks him a fool for doing this, so new tournament on Outworld. Raiden, even without his godhood, can sense Scorpion's presence. Scorpion tells Raiden he and the key are one and the same. Raiden says it's but one of many Kamidogo throughout the realms. They keep the one being at bay. Aw, shit. Shinnok working to free Onaga? Mad god indeed. And like in the games, this one being is said to plan to unmake everything unto him so that he becomes truly and once again the one being. Raiden tells Scorpion to run and hide, do whatever it takes to keep the other Kamidogo out of Shinnok's hands. Quote, you have long since straddled between the forces of light and dark. It's high time you picked a side. I believe that is what your wife and child would have wanted. Shang Tsung, still an old man, for whatever reason, arrives to usher our heroes into Khan's throne room. Khan promises 2 days of tournament to decide the grand champion of Mortal Kombat. Oh, I see on the side of Outworld Li Mei. And also a hooded figure that I'm 90% sure is Devora. Sure enough, she's out first, beating Johnny Cage to the punch. To the nuts. Which again does get x-rays. Again, answering my earlier gripe of the last movie. Devora whoops his ass and wins round 1. Now it's a series of fights with no real conclusion to them. Liu versus Jade, Stryker versus Baraka, Li Mei versus Sonya. Okay, Sonya clearly won her fight, smashing her enough to draw blood from the back of her head. Johnny may want to rethink this relationship. One false move, he gets crushed like a watermelon, death by Snoo Snoo. Then the large women again. A joke I could have made if Shiva was in this movie, but no. Kintaro tries to rip the metal arms off of Jax. The latter is clearly ready for revenge and rips his arm off with the strength of those metal arms. That's the end of him, and that's the end of day 1. Back on Earthrealm, Scorpion's getting chased by Cyrax and Sector to some warehouse. I was thinking because Scorpion's a revenant, he doesn't give a heat signature for the robots to detect like they did with Smoke and Kuai Liang earlier, but maybe they have some Kamidogo tracking thing or something? I don't know. Maybe that's a heat signature on its own because of how powerful it is. Who knows? Unless they have a special Hellspawn way of tracking him, that kind of heat. I mean, he's always on fire behind the mask. Dusty! So. But the fight still goes the Cyber Lin Kuei's way. Kuai Liang arrives in full mask to avenge his brother, and boom bam, Cyber Smoke arrives to take Kuai down. And the 3 Cybers grab Scorpion and take off. Over at Outworld, Raiden takes and dishes out a beating from and to Reiko. A victorious Raiden busts it up. Liu's concerned, but tells him he's fine. Cybers force Scorpion to open the big Kamidogo gate. Kuai Liang arrives again to freeze the Cybers and gives chase to Scorpion through the gates. Johnny can't woo a girl like Sonya on just his good looks, asking Jax for advice in between days of the tournament. He tells him, women want to be pursued, not coerced. Johnny says, isn't that the same thing? Jax leaves to let him figure that difference out on his own. Lou's worried Raiden is now taking on too much as a mortal, but Raiden again tells him he's fine. Scorpion tries to plead with the new Sub-Zero he's sorry for killing his brother, even though his family and clan were attacked by Lin Kuei. Can't keep a good cyber ninja down, though. Unless, of course, Scorpion and Sub-Zero work together? At least for a while. Scorpion tells Sub-Zero he knows revenge isn't the answer. But if you must kill me, do it. But keep that Kami Dogo far away from those metal monsters. Scorpion was right about Sub-Zero being different. He does that whole trope of going in for the stab but hitting near, not the person telling Scorpion, I will never forgive you, Scorpion says. Neither will I. Like I said, you really can't keep these cyber ninjas down. Sub tries to plead with them not to take the Kami Dogo, but they are robots with mission parameters for who they work for and nothing more, nothing less. It's even the same design from Deception for Earthrealm's Kami Dogo. Hey! Man, us Deception players really eating well this movie. Told you it was the best of the 3 PS2 era games. Have they worked in Chess Kombat yet? Oh, I'd tell you for sure if they did. You mean, for sure, Jinko? And like that, you're already contributing more than Taven ever will. Anyways, we got Sonya getting a much-needed measure of revenge on Bug Lady, and we get some power scaling on this. Kintaro couldn't rip the arms off, but Shao Kahn can personally catch a fist and sort of shatter it to not work anymore. Who the fuck decided Stryker taking on Shang Tsung would be a good idea? Well, this is hosted by Shao. Maybe he thought Stryker versus Baraka was like opening match criteria, so yeah, he's fucked. He gets a taste of Doppelganger with Shang transforming and then vapors himself into the real Stryker. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. And off with his own head, and perhaps the grisliest of all the deaths this movie has. Like I said, he was fucked. So's Kung Lao as he takes on Shao Kahn himself. He uses the hat, Shao catches it and uses it better. Hits him with that goodbye, Mr. Burton. So he's got an open hat wound as we get a callback to Shao's fatality from MK9 where he bisects his foe with his bare hands. Who demands Kitana show no mercy to Raiden, and boy, she really doesn't. But she pulls a fake out and throws her fan and drops Shao Kahn? Oh, she's pulling an MK11 where she takes the throne. Trying to do what Scorpion did in the last movie, quickly conceding to Earthrealm to unmerge Edenia, but Shao survives and beats her down, leaving her alive long enough to make her watch as he merges more realms. Sonya takes him on next. Yeah, we're just cell gaming in this shit now. Sonya took a green spear to the knee and still fights, but she's downed eventually too. Never mind the cell games. I think he wants to soften up Liu Kang by sending Shang Tsung. Even Old Man Shang with another variation of the X-ray. Reaching deep inside Liu's arm bones and I think turning the outside of it into a charcoaly bloody mess. Great, now Liu may need metal arms. But Liu with one arm answers back by breaking Shang's. Doesn't land the finishing blow, saying, live knowing I beat you, and it wasn't even close. You got your arm jacked, dude. Raiden telling him it was a curse placed upon it. Shinnok with the other 5 Kami Dogus already gets his 6 from Grandmaster and his 3 Cyber Ninjas. Apparently Grandmaster knew about the Kami Dogo and Shinnok, but didn't know he was working for Shinnok. The pitfalls of a mercenary, as Shinnok puts it, as he summons Hellspawn, Netherspawn, again, Netherrealm being the MK equivalent to Hell, so maybe they're just called Netherspawn. How come Grandmaster never went cyber? He's just opening himself up to... yeah, he fucked. Was he supposed to be Triborg in 10? I kinda doubt it. Grandmaster of getting owned by nameless demons, more like. So it comes full circle with Raiden facing Shao next. You were getting beat on by the fake that only came into existence because Noob Saibot was in 3D, too dark for some stages to be seen. Oh shit. Raiden thundered godless, but not Superman chargeless. And a Botchamania reference with Raiden telling Khan, "You talk too much." Almost the same cadence as the song, too. But that's all he gets, though, as he's run through with many of Shao Kahn's summoned spears and killed. Liu, one arm and all, takes the full fury to Shao, tossing fireballs as Shao's hammer just swats them all away. With the power of this fire, he breaks the curse and kung fu's the absolute dog shit out of Khan, finishing him with a godlike axe kick to the ground. The other gods appear before Liu to offer him power, though it may not be enough for the One Being. Speaking of which, Scorp and Subi drop the demons, but too little too late to stop the arrival of the One Being. The realms are indeed merging. Elder gods say that Raiden told us of a chosen one, a soul so pure it could hold our power and save the realms. We getting Fire God Liu Kang from 11 here? More like Human Torch Liu Kang to fight not Onaga, more like not corrupted Shinnok. Can't have everything, I guess. Flashback revealing that Raiden told Liu that though he lost much, he blames no one. He's pure of heart. So Liu turns into Pseudo-Dragon from MK2 and fights this One Being as the rest of the heroes are left with Sonya's backpack contents and a whole lot of guns. Gotta go out and save civs from those invaders now that the realms are indeed merging. Sub and Scorp get more cool shit in to attack the One Being so that Liu can finish it off and undo the merge. Liu's back to normal after that. All the realms, including Edenia, are restored. Also states that we all need to be ready if anyone else decides to pull what Shao did. Liu and Johnny get their respective girl. And hey, Raiden's a god again. Possibly elder now? And that's our movie. A bit more of a mess because it tried to make Liu more of a focus, but didn't want to take away Scorpion's main pro-tag status, so he kind of had that thing with the cyber ninjas and all that. Why would you? Scorpion makes all of the games, except for the vanilla version of 3, which they quickly fixed that with the ultimate, aka, as I like to call it, Oops All Ninjas edition. Seriously, they even added a few, like Ermac. Best character? No one really super shone throughout the whole movie. They kind of put multiple plots of characters on fast forward, like Kitana almost out of nowhere face turns on Khan. Kung Lao gets less story than friggin' Stryker, and they both become quick W's for Shao and Shang, respectively. I think I'll give it up to the main villain Khan, just because he plays up all the hits. Fatality, Green Spear Summon, Giant Hammer. That's all I need. The worst character is the Grandmaster of being lame and easily owned by nameless demons that normal-ass Hanzo ran through like nothing in the last movie. Even the machines get done in by extension. That's how shit the Grandmaster is. His own 3 mechanized ninjas killed because he didn't background check on Shinnok. Lame. Power on. The Shaggy meme getting recognized. That's cheating. Nothing in movie aside from dual-wielding machine gun arms Jax booting that. I'll give a nod also to Johnny winning Sonya over as they take down a Tarkatan. She blows a kiss with her hand on the grenade pin. Old school meeting new curriculum. Dug that. Power off. Grandmaster getting owned, I get, but 3 of those cyber guys get jobbed out to the Netherrealm demons too. I guess vengeance sometimes counts for something. It would have been cool if they actually, saved the cyber ninjas or something like that. Or, somehow Lin Kuei or whatever, works to undo them. Well, Sector was always an evil bastard. Embrace the cyber initiative. Cyrax and Smoke, not so much from the games. That cool shit with Cage I mentioned is the only win he gets. Well, and Sonya not kicking him in his Johnnies anymore. Anyways, we got one more current Mortal Kombat movie to review that also came out in 2021. So join me next time for Mortal Kombat, the 2021 live-action movie. With that said, take care, and hey, Netherrealm, can Shujinko get in that WB Smash like? As an odd mimic / move fighter, customizable moves? It's up to the will of the Elder Gods now, Shujinko. By the Elder Gods, I mean corporate. You may possibly be a better pro tag than this Cole Young for the movie. We'll see.